Well, we've done the evaluation of the gun itself and the shooting, but factory is good enough to give us an honest-to-goodness factory cutaway. This is an early gun, so it's not exactly like the later gun, which has improved some. But it's interesting. You see how complicated it is, and it is a complicated action. Lots of little parts, extremely well made, and to cock it, remember the barrel's down here, so to cock it, here's a hammer. No, it ain't. Hammer's down there.
This right here is the actual hammer. This is the cocking thumb piece, and it actuates the cocking bar, which comes down to our mainspring strut. Our mainspring is this long torsion spring.
Yeah.
The back leg pushes on the linkage, which works the hand. Now I got to take a breath. You go on.
No, why don't you cock it for us?
Okay.
And don't bust your thumb the way I did. That's a spirit. Now you saw.
Now see, also the cocking arm.
Return.
Or the cocking arm and the cocking thumb piece return.
Yeah. So those guns that you cock and the hammer comes forward, why, this has that feature too. Yeah. But you can see what the cocking piece has a lever on it. Basically, it simply pushes on the lever that pushes the hammer back to cock it. The sear is this piece right here, catches in a conventional hammer notch, and its limit is how deep that notch is. And I think if you look at it very carefully on camera, maybe we can show it.
It's hard to see.
It is. Even
you're gonna, at the very tip of my pointer, is the actual sear from the trigger linkage.
Now you pull the trigger and that moves that sear. It'll lift it up and the notch simply runs out and the hammer falls.
It's hard to see. It is hard to see.
Yeah.
They got a piece of plexiglass here on the top.
The gun is cocked. You can see, you point, I can't see it.
Where do you want me to
Where
point?
the safety is blocking.
The safety blocks. Safety blocks the hammer right here.
So if it should jar off, that's not up. It'll snag on that and won't fire.
The trigger pushes here, which rotates it up here, allowing the hammer to fall.
So when the trigger lever moves, that peg on the trigger lever hits the safety, rotates it up out of the way. As the sear itself lifts up out of the full cock notch of the hammer falls, but the safety is out of the way.
I'll pull it from the back side.
Yeah.
I'll pull it from the back side.
Up. And it cleared.
See that?
Now I'll push the hammer back. I'll push the hammer back when he's got the trigger pulled. See? It misses. Delightful, huh?
Another little feature that's nice is right here on the front of the trigger, which you can't see real well, is an Allen screw that goes in and bottoms on our bolt, our cylinder stop. Right there's the one part of the cylinder stop you can actually see. Anyway, you pull the trigger. As the trigger comes back, that screw bottoms on the cylinder stop.
There you go.
So with the trigger back, you can't push the cylinder stop down.
It's locked positively.
It's keeping the cylinder locked in place.
So if the gun did recoil up, this one doesn't, but if it did, like on a Smith & Wesson, and in some extreme cases a Colt, the ball of the stop will move down on the recoil. This one cannot. Very, very good thing. On this gun, the recoil is so straight back, I don't think it would hurt or happen anyway, but it's a good idea. I think that's enough for now to talk about. Have a good evening, Ken. I'm going to. The day is done, isn't it? We'll see you guys later.